week. Just how are you kind of working back from that leg injury?
Yeah, I think taking my time. I feel really good, honestly, and excited to get out there and play again tomorrow, work on things that we need to work on. And, yeah, Maria's been great. Our medical staff has been really helpful. But I feel really good, honestly.
What has it kept you from doing?
Sorry, what?
What has it kept you from doing?
Honestly, when I'm in practice, I'm full go. I'm not limited in any regard. Whatever drills I'm in the last 2 days, I've been pretty active, and there's no reason to overdo anything right now. It's been the beginning of the season. Still don't play here for another week, the last 2 days have been really, really good for myself.
Before it started, what caused it to?
I don't. Probably just a little too much basketball. I think, I love being in the gym, but I think understanding when to be in the gym and, when to recover and things like that. So I think just finding a balance and obviously just getting back into the swing of things. But yeah, it was nothing major or anything like that.
A lot of talk in these first couple of weeks about everybody kind of finding their role with so many new players being here. How do you feel it's come together over these couple of weeks, and is everybody kind of happy with where it is right now?
Yeah, I think we're still in a process of figuring that out for sure. That's great why we have another preseason game here and try different lineups, try different things, see who works well together, and we have analytics people that are tracking all of that, so you can really see in the numbers what's working well for us and what's not. And I think everybody's embracing what their role is, and you're trying to figure that out as this goes. But nobody's trying to do too much. They're just trying to be a great team player. Everybody's supporting each other, but I think as this last preseason game wraps up, we'll have a better idea of that. And everybody's just kind of, I think, itching to get out there and play a real game at this point.
Is there part of that in practice here where you can be surprised by some of that, where you put a combo out there and go, okay, this is something new?
Yeah, and I think that's what's so great about our roster is the depth. There's so many different things we can try. Like in here today on defense, we can go, quick and a little shorter and fast, or we can go a little taller and really long. We have some very athletic players. When you put DB out there, you put Lexi out there, we have some really long players that can get in passing lanes and cause some problems, especially on the defensive end. So that's why practice is great. You try different things, you see what works well, but I think that's the great thing about our team. We have a lot of depth, so if something's not working in the game, you just go to the next and try something. And yeah, I think that's why we've been using practice as much as we can, is we've been in here for 2 hours, a little more every day, and just trying different things out.
In what ways does Kelsey maybe seem more confident or comfortable or enjoying the start of the season? Have you seen that?
Yeah, last year during training camp, it was obviously hard. She was out with a little bit of an ankle injury. So I think now, especially for the two of us, we didn't never really practice together before we took the court at the beginning of last season. We were kind of just tossed out there together, and she was even limited in our first game. I can't remember if she started or came off the bench. I believe she might have even came off the bench. So we never really had any true time of working with one another, whether that was until the start of the season or Olympic break. So it's been nice in training camp to continue to build that chemistry with her. But I think she's going to see how open things are going to be for her. I think that happened a lot even last year, but now with even more weapons on the floor, with how fast she is, she can get downhill, she makes shots. She just makes it really tough on the defense to pick and choose when to switch and what they're going to do. And that goes for our entire team. With as much depth as we have, it's going to put other teams in tough positions.
Your specific on the court impressions of Natasha Howard playing with her so far?
Yeah, I think Tosh is a player that everybody really, really respects. She's won. She plays both ends of the ball really, really well. She's a little quieter, but you always feel her presence. I think especially on the defensive end, it seems like every single day in practice she comes up with multiple big stops when we're playing live. She's always there. But like I said, I think she's just a reliable player. She's going to do her job. She's going to do it really well. And I've loved getting to play with her. She runs the floor well. She has really great hands. So yeah. Oh, I've never seen anything like that. It was pretty incredible. Pretty incredible.
What strikes you as different about this training camp from some of the other ones that you've been in your career?
I think just the energy's different. Steph and her staff, they put us all in great positions to be successful. Something that's really exciting. We do a lot of work pre-practice, post-practice. I think we're just really locked in. Everyone knows what their roles are, so that really helps when everyone's knows what their role, what they're supposed to be doing on the court.
What has the focus been going into that final preseason game tomorrow?
Just tightening things up on the defensive end, making sure we're running our sets well. We're going to make sure we're setting really great screens, using our screens, waiting for screens, and also just great communication on offensive end and on the defensive end as well.
Of your teammates, has anyone stood out from that standpoint, from the communication and leadership?
I think a lot of people say about a young team. I think we have a lot of older players. So I think all the vets have been really loud. I think standouts are AB and Sophie. Sophie's always cheering and encouraging people. AB's obviously been here a few years, and she's always helping pick people up on the offensive end and defensive end as well. So I think it's really helpful when everyone just kind of has their voices collectively as a unit together.
I said ask you about Natasha Howard and so far. She told us she wants to win Defensive Player of the Year this year, specifically on the defensive team.
She's just so active. She can guard, honestly, 1 through 5. She's such a great leader on the court. She knows her stuff. She's been in the league a minute. So I think that's an achievable goal for her, definitely.
Like how much you guys are switched, she'll fit in very well schematically to that style.
Yeah, I mean, we're all really long and athletic here, and we all have the ability to guard multiple positions, so I think that'll only help us more on the defensive end.
First half court shot since how long for that?
Oh, we did it game 1. We did it before game 1 in shooter in practice the day before. Yes, they do. Yeah, they forget I have 4 kids that have to go to college, but yeah, yeah.
Are you look into this preseason game? Do you view it more as let's get everybody reps, or more this is our final tune-up, let's really try to solidify it?
A little bit of both. We want to make sure that we're starting to make reads, that we're starting to hunt matchups, that we're starting to put each other in position to be successful. We're still tinkering with different lineups, trying to figure out, which one's the best that's going to give us the best start, which one's the best unit that's going to finish, which one's the best, like when we're subbing and meshing, what our rotations look like. So we're still going to tinker with that a little bit. Mostly that's probably the way that we're gonna kind of manipulate, but still want to get reps for a lot of people. We still want to build our quality depth and make sure that we know who can be in certain situations in the game.
Do you have any plans to hold anyone out?
No plans to hold anybody out.
Any concerns with Kelsey's finger? She seems fine with it. Just playing.
I forget about Kelsey's finger because she was playing great with it overseas too. Certainly, her shot's a little funky in the way that it releases anyway, and I think that she's learned to protect it. So for her, it's like she's efficient, she's effective. Until she starts complaining about it hurting, no concerns.
How have you seen her kind of work back from that in these few weeks?
I really haven't noticed anything. She was scoring 30 over there with her finger looking crazy. So I haven't really noticed her having any kind of issues. I think the biggest thing is seeing the swelling go down, seeing a little bit more range of motion, the work that she put in, to position herself for that. The most important thing to me is that it's not getting hurt every time it gets tweaked. And I think that through her rehab and her work in rehab, we've worked through that.
How do you come to build a rotation? Coach, we just heard you have an analytics group looking at lineups, there's matchups, how do you kind of go about that strategy?
Yeah, that was a struggle at my time in Connecticut. We couldn't really build a consistent rotation, and so now having the quality depth to do that. Number one, we want to be efficient throughout 4 quarters. In fact, we'd love to get better throughout 4 quarters. So if we have any kind of a dip, what is that? What does it look like? We want to have great starts, but we also want to have energy off the bench, and we don't want to have a drop in production. We don't want to have a drop in anything really when we get our team coming off the bench. So it's evaluating those non-tangible things, right? The intangibles that you can't look at through analytics, and then it's looking at the numbers. Like what's our best offensive lineup? What's our best defensive lineup? What's our best lineup with a net rating? Who's best under pressure? Who can finish ball games? Those kinds of situations that we look at and really rely on the analytics folks to help us with.